Y'all watched The Wire. Remember that scene with Marlo, like in the last season, when he went in to the corner store and he was walked in and took the couple things, and the security guard was standing right there, and then he ended up having him killed, and Snoop asked Chris what happened, and Chris was like, he talked back. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of House of Ways and Means. This is Ways, I'm Means. Ways is feeling a little under the weather today. What's wrong with you?
I'm sick, I'm congested, and he's a slave driver, and he's making me work under duress, y'all.
She got some cough drops over here, she'll be alright. Anyway, so we're talking a little bit more about some mental health diagnoses today. We talked a little about narcissism last time. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about antisocial personality disorder. A lot of people actually use the term antisocial behavior. So I want to get a sense from you. Can you describe your thoughts or what you've heard other people use to describe what you find antisocial behavior?
I would say people think of it kind of like just being in a bad mood, or not wanting to be around people, not wanting to be around their friends and go out, do certain, social activities, but social in the sense of just like, kind of partying or going out to hang out with people, go to restaurants, just do different social activities with their friends and acquaintances, co-workers even.
So would you say that it is similar to the way people would describe an introvert?
I would think that introverts are kind of just the way they are their whole lives. I would say that people view, when they talk about being antisocial, it's just more of a mood that you're in. So, something that's just temporary, you're just upset. Nobody's upset forever. It is something may have happened in their lives, in their personal lives. They may be stressed out about something, and they just want to be alone for whatever reason. As a clinician, how would you define antisocial personality disorder or antisocial behavior?
So it's not how everyone uses it. And when I heard people use it, I cringe. Antisocial personality is not someone who's not social, as the word antisocial is written. So what it really means as a personality disorder is something that's pervasive. It's a pattern that's existed throughout that person's childhood to adolescence and then adulthood. So this person has the characteristics, they violate other people's rights. So it's a little bit different than narcissistic personality disorder in that these persons are lawbreakers. Someone who's diagnosed with antisocial personality, they break laws. Generally, if they even come for treatment, it's because it's mandated by the court. It's not because they really want to or anything like that. So it can also be characterized by compulsive interactions, but the key piece is that it's pervasive. They are inflexible, and they violate the rights of others to the point where it can affect them in various settings, social settings like at a church. They don't follow church rules. They may not follow the rules at their job. And this is something that's ingrained in them, something that they've been doing for a consistent period of time.
So, could you give a couple examples of crimes that antisocial individuals would fit that definition? They're not like killing people, or there's crimes and then there's crimes. Like, what kind of crimes are these people committing?
So actually, people diagnosed with antisocial personality could be a murderer. I haven't really seen, from my experience and working in the court, working in jail settings, I haven't seen a lot of people diagnosed with antisocial personality that are committing such heinous crimes. To answer your question specifically, they do a lot of theft crimes, maybe destruction of property, maybe breaking and entering type crimes. So maybe a little bit more like petty crimes, but they literally do it in no regard. They walk into a store, take up cookies and drink, and walk back out, and completely unfazed. They don't care if police comes. It's just whatever.
That exactly describes that scene. Y'all watch The Wire? Remember that scene when Marlo, like in the last season, when he went in to the corner store and he was walked in and took the couple things, and the security guard was standing right there, and then he ended up having him killed, and Snoop asked Chris what happened, and Chris was like, he talked back. So
no regard, man.
Yeah. So I guess as a professional, in a professional sense, when you have a client or a patient who have already been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, what is kind of the mode of treatment that you would take?
So personality disorders are very difficult to treat. Anyone that's even coming in with an antisocial personality disorder, probably 90% of the time are coming in because it's mandated by the court. So in order for the person to be taken off of probation or whatever it is, they have to attend treatment. So I say that to say that they come in with preconceived notions about what therapy is going to be like, and it's them being forced to follow a rule, which is by their nature, by their personality, is not something that they're interested in doing at all. So they come in. So again, very difficult to treat. I've used Adlerian therapy, which just allows the person to talk a little bit more about themselves, which is good because it gets them talking, right? You're not necessarily pushing them to change their behavior, which is more like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy.
All right, so us as just regular people in society, we don't have the ability to diagnose people with different things, but perhaps maybe if we have family members or close friends who we know about the diagnosis that they have of antisocial personality disorder, how do we go about treating them to perhaps not further aggravate any behaviors that they may be displaying?
I think the important part of being a part of a support system for someone who has any mental illness is to not remind them that they are mentally ill, number one. Two, in the case of antisocial personality disorder, you don't necessarily need to remind them of the laws that exist. They know that they should not steal people's things. They know that they should not destroy property. You don't have to sit there and be like, no, you shouldn't do that. That'd be quicker than that. You don't want to kind of repeat that because it just makes the person indifferent to you as an individual, and they may in turn do those things to you that they're doing to other people.
Well, it sounds like this is a condition where these people may not have a lot of friends as is. They may have run them all off in childhood.
And honestly, that's the reason why a lot of people refer to antisocial personality as the people who are not social, because that pervasive impulsivity, deceit, the way that they carry themselves with no regard for the rules.
They don't play well with others.
They don't play well with others, so they end up, being alone.
Like social pariahs, kind of.
And sometimes some people with antisocial personality disorder, it can really just be the stepping stone to them becoming a sociopath or a psychopath.
Okay, so
we're not gonna go down.
Morph into other things.
It's not that it morphs. It's just that people have different levels of things, and so we just touched on how antisocial personality people, because of their personality, they end up kind of warding off other people.
Okay, so you may not be born with these conditions. They just develop.
They can develop. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you like this video, just give us a thumbs up, and we got more coming. If you want to see any special profiles, any customized ones, you can drop down in the comments. Let us know what questions you have, and we will see you guys later.